I've been hearing this phrase called black fatigue. And I first heard that, I said, black fatigue, what is that? Black fatigue. So these is some type of outfit people are wearing? What's going on, you know? And then I dug a little bit further and I found something else that was brewing.
Tired of you blaming all of your failures and the things that you weren't able to accomplish on white people.
I saw this on TikTok.
Next on deck with Tim Black.
The woman who called a 5-year-old a racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest, the kid was 5. I have worked with 5-year-olds for the last 15 years. Absolutely everything they do is out of pocket. They're like little unhinged drunk people. Nothing they do makes sense. A 5-year-old is capable of rifling through somebody's bag and taking things that don't belong to them. Ask any kindergarten teacher. But I realize why so many people are wanting to defend this. Because black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman.
Tim Black's BS Detector.
Tim Black's BS Detector.
Tim Black's BS Detector.
She said society. Society is fed up. Would you mean the whites? That's when you know this is your country. It's like, when the society is fed up.
What she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that us white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs. Every single day.
You do? We get called racial slurs? Who called you racial slurs? A racial slur? I didn't even know white people had a racial slur. I'm sure Anthony will find it. Anton, that's his name. I'm sure Anton will uncover it. He would have done countless videos about how you guys are victims if there really was a racial slur. You know what I mean?
My friend, you have found the saltine.
Oh, come on, Johnson. Even that was a term that defined the power of white people on the plantation. I mean, is that what you're talking about? This white lady is saying that white people are a victim on TikTok. Hey, man, if 70% of black people own houses like white people do, if 70% of black people own houses like white people do, I don't think I'd be frowned up about anything. If black people own 10 times the wealth of white people, you can call us whatever you want. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, how could you be upset about some things that are said about a group, not you specifically, on an app that you're choosing to go on? And when she's saying it, folks, look at her face. She's smiling when she says it. See, I got to question how sincere your frustration is. Your so-called discrimination, your plight that you're subjected to. I gotta wonder how severe it is if even when you're telling it, it seems like you're sharing a story about an episode of Hacks or something. I mean, it just seemed like you don't really give a shit.
So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth.
Is that Botox out the test? Hold on a second. I'm still trying to figure out what the racial slur is for white people. Not like white boy. That's not going to do it, right? White boy Rick is what the black people call Rick because he was the white boy. It was Rick. And we call black people black Tim and black Rob and black, like it's not a slur. That's what you mean? I'm trying to figure out. Honestly, guys, I'm trying to understand what she's talking about. And I want to know why Anton's got a smirk on his face. And why is he boosting this? Why am I boosting it? I'm boosting it to rebuttal him. Because he's going to talk later. But what I'm saying, I don't want to wait till the end because there's so much misinformation in this video. It's pathetic, man. I don't understand what racial slur that white people are being subjected to that has her so distraught.
But for the love of God, please leave the children out of it. Adults are stupid. They're going to do stupid things. But you're a different level of stupid when you bring kids into it. Thanks for coming to my TED.
So basically what this woman is saying is that two things can be true at the same time. And I said this the other day when this whole situation first broke out. And then we had the panel on Monday night where I basically said that white people are starting to get fed up. And that is the whole premise behind black fatigue.
Let me get this right. So you're here to tell us about the whites. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So let me get this right. You are telling black people that white people getting tired of black people. Are they tired of you? I'm just asking, Anton, because you black, I think. So your job, you've decided that your job is to come tell black people that white people are tired of them or they tired of us. I just want to be clear here, because this is one of my pet peeves, man. Whenever I got these conservative black folks, and I'm not, people say, Tim, you're kind of conservative. Man, I'm nothing. I'm just Tim Black. I call it like I see it. I don't choose a side. You got the wrong guy. I got some policies I rock with. That's it. I don't choose any denomination of political affiliation. But this guy's a Trumper. He said so. He's gone to the mat. He's been on the Laura Ingraham angle. I think that's what he's trying to do, is get back on there. But let me get this right. See, I have a problem with black people who identify black people as they, them. But then when things, whenever they want to, try to get a fan base, they want to be black again. And I don't get it. I don't get that they, them, they. I thought you was against the pronouns, bruh. Until you start talking about black people that got less money than you, then it's they, them, which I don't rock with. Let's keep going.
Is that nobody wants you to continue to play victim for the rest of your life. They tired of being held accountable for things that their ancestors.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. They're tired of being held accountable. How are white people being held accountable? Dude, there ain't no restitution. What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? They're tired of being held accountable. Oh, you mean somebody talking shit on an app that anybody could do? You mean like if I shot a video right now and I said, bad white people, they mean like that? Dude, you're so goofy. Come on, man. Look, man. I don't mean no harm, Anton Daniels and friends of Anton Daniels, and I really do not relish this, but just because you got on glasses don't make you smart. And just because you do a little word salad and say a lot of words and really not saying anything, sir, people on TikTok complaining about America's system of systemic racism that has occurred in this country is not holding white people accountable. The only way to hold white people accountable, first of all, would not be able to hold white people accountable, you hold the U.S. government accountable. Like, that's where we need to be at. And there has been no accountability by the U.S. government to rectify a couple hundred years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow and Jane Crow and mass incarceration and redlining and all the other things that were allowed legally under this U.S. government. That's who needs to be held accountable. People complaining on an app about America, that ain't holding nobody accountable. Why would you even say something goofy like that? It's impossible. These people have no power. How can powerless people hold powerful people, more people that are more powerful, that outnumber them 4-1? For every black person, there's like 4 or 5 white people. They outnumber us with wealth, land, ownership, power, position, the presidency, the government, like everything. The service, the armed services, the police system, every system in America is run by white people. And you said they're tired of being held accountable. I mean, look, man, I don't mean no harm, man. And I know I got people that watch me from all types of walks of life. Well, I thought y'all told me this guy knew what he was talking about. This guy's just cool. I'm sorry. Anton Daniels, the sound of me, I'm getting the impression that you are either trolling, because you had Charleston White on your show and you said, well, that's where the money is. Because you can't be this dumb. You got to know Charleston White. Accountable is something that someone with power is able to do. Accountability is what court systems do. Accountability is what the United Nations would have to do to the United States. That's what accountability is. And people saying things that you don't want to hear that you could just go delete or block is not equivalent to holding anybody accountable. And it's disgusting and insulting, man, that you would even float that, man. That's nonsense, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, we can do better than this. Let him keep going, Tim. He's digging a hole. When a man is digging his own hole, let him continue.
They're tired of you sitting there saying that you're a victim every single day, regardless of what your circumstance is, regardless of what you've been given, regardless of
what you've been given. Listen to him. He said, this guy just said stuff. What is he talking about? Was you given something? What is he? What have black people been given as a whole? What's he talking about? Oh, I get it. You mean since we were given the right to vote without a poll tax like in the 70s. So like 50 years ago, we finally got this poll tax to leave. We still had the mass incarceration. We still had that. We still had the redlining because I worked on fighting redlining in the 90s. So yeah, I actually am attuned to that. So what are you talking about giving? I don't understand what giving is. We talking about food stamps. What are you talking about, Anton? No matter what our circumstances are, no matter what was given to us, what are you talking about? You like a GI Bill or something? That's what you're talking about, the New Deal? Wait, what's he talking about, y'all? When he says black people was given stuff. You mean tuberculosis? That what you mean? The tuberculosis. Oh, not that. You wouldn't mean that. What's he talking about, man?
all of the affirmative action, regardless of.
He said affirmative action. This goofy don't even know that affirmative actions disproportionately help white women like the woman is out here complaining. I mean, if Anton doesn't know that, folks, he should never, ever be able to talk to black people ever again. He is in his 40s. He's in his 40s talking about affirmative action. This same guy was complaining that DEI doesn't help black people, wasn't he? Well, if he doesn't know that affirmative action didn't help black people, then why is he talking?
The fact that you're saying that you're the most educated, but really you're the most enrolled. They tired of you blaming your debt on the system.
You said tired of them blaming our debt on the system. Man, Americans, and not just black Americans who are in debt because of college, blaming our debt on the system. We're in a capitalistic system, that's true. How much money we spend for education in most other countries in the developed Western world did not have to spend? A lot of white people that don't have money. Does Anton Daniels also criticize white folks who don't have paper? Which would be the majority of the Tea Party. He does realize that a large amount of Trump supporters are working class and under working class who don't have money, right? Is he also criticizing them? I'm just wondering. Or is it he only reserves his criticism for black people who don't have money? And this says we complaining, as if that's not what this white woman was doing. She was complaining.
Tired of you saying that white men are the problem. They tired of you asking for.
Tired of him, tired of you. Listen to him. He said, tired of you saying, yeah, man, that's enough. That's all I need to hear. Black America, understand when you got somebody that's not working with you, not working on your accord, that is using you as a stepping stone in order to reach to the white side of the internet. That's exactly what he's doing, man. It's so obvious. When they speak about black people in the third person, they disassociate themselves from black America, and consider themselves not a part of that. You don't hear white people doing that. And I always have a problem with it. And when I hear a black person do that, they're no longer considered credible to speak on behalf of black people. I don't roll with the people that with black Americans who are liberals, who try to get us to roll into the Democratic Party. But this is not an alternative. Whatever this guy's doing, basically clapping for Becky's, caping for Becky's, that's not what to do. The most powerful people in America are white men. And that's just the way it is. And it's that way on purpose. That's the way they want it. For him to deny that these are realities in America is goofy. And then they come up here and cape for a white woman who is the most powerful person in America, except for white men who they're typically married to. That white woman don't need Anton Daniels to come swooping in like Magilla Gorilla to save her. King Kong in it. She don't need that. She got white guys to do that. Y'all be good now. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.